In each item you put 10 innocence and each character have up to 4 items, but the innocence in the weapons are not the same as in the armor, so how many did I need it? Hello everyone, today we'll talk about how many innocence you want for your sets. The numbers may vary depending on your strategy, but to keep it simple, I'll tell you the maximum amount of innocence you should get for each category to equip a full team. Before we start, tell me in the comments if you plan to get max innocence sets for your team. First of all, let's start with HL, EXP, and Skill innocence. Each item has 10 slots for innocence. Including the weapon, you can put up to 4 items on a character. That's 40 innocence. If you want a full team with innocence, then multiply 40 by 5. That makes 200 innocence. For HL, EXP, and Skill innocence, the magic number is 200. Technically the same applies for speed, but depending on the comp you're using and the stage you're facing, you may want less or even no speed innocence at all. For attack and int you'll probably want 1 or 2 sets of equipments, 1 for your attacker and 2 if you bring a sub-attacker. Once again 40 innocence per character, and at most you'll want 2, so that's 80 innocence. No, that's not right. It would be very expensive to change the innocence to a different weapon every time, so let's say that you want to have 1 of each weapon type with max innocence. So 2 sets of belts or glasses, that's 60 innocence. There are 9 types of weapons and each can hold up to 10 innocence, that's 90 innocence. But if we take into consideration the sub-attacker, then we have to multiply 90 by 2. That's 180 innocence for the weapon and 60 for the armor, which gives us a total of 240 innocence for the attacker and sub-attacker. Next is defense and resistance. Fortunately, we need less innocence for this, since we don't want this kind of innocence on the weapons. We only need them on the armor. That's 10 by 3, for a total of 30 per character, and we multiply that by 5, which makes 150 per team. But you probably won't use that many, because you want the attack and innocence on your attacker and sub-attacker. If you only have the main attacker, you would only use 120 innocence, and if you also have a sub-attacker, that would be 90 innocence. Last we have the weapon mastery innocence. These calcs are similar to the ones that we did with attack and int. You want to put 10 innocence per armor, 3 pieces of armor per character, and 5 characters per team, so that's 150 innocence on the armor. Once again you'll probably want 1 of each weapon type with this innocence. 9 weapon types, 10 slots, that makes 90 innocence. 90 innocence on the weapons and 150 on the armor makes a total of 240. Just to please that one crazy person who really wants to max out everything, let's say you want 5 of each kind of weapon with max innocence. We multiply 90 by 5, which makes 450, and we add 150 from the armor for a grand total of 600 innocence. But let's be real, most people will only get the ones from the armor, which makes 150 weapon mastery innocence. The max rarity for EXP, HL, and speed is legendary, but the others can be upgraded to ancient innocence. It takes 3 legendary innocence to make an ancient one, so if you want to know how many legendary innocence it takes to make each set, just multiply by 3 and that's it. If I made any mistakes on my calcs, feel free to tell me on the comments. Making perfect innocent sets takes a lot of time, so be patient and keep working on them. If you like the video, share, like, subscribe. See you next time!